What's up, guys? Bringing a post play video from the other day. Something I want to address in this video is court coverage and court kind of intelligence, I guess, or IQ would be another word for it. It's important to understand how to cover a pickleball court, because that's the kind of the key, or the formula, I guess, for lack of a better word, to like winning matches and stuff like that too. So throughout a pickleball point or a pickleball breakdown, there's obviously like the start of the match, the serve, and then the returner. The serving team is at a disadvantage because both players have to wait for the return to come back and then work their way up to the kitchen, whereas the serving team, or not the serving team, but the returning team, has an advantage because they're able to return the ball, and usually you want to try to return it deep to pin your opponent's back and hold the kitchen line. So there's 3 points of there's also, in a way, pickleball is different than a lot of sports because there's three different things that can happen during a point. There's offense, there's neutral, and then there's defense. Offense is when you're attacking the opponent and keeping them off balance and moving your dinks around, or just your shots, whether it's a drive, a drop, a hybrid, whatever you can think of. You're moving them around and they're all kind of scrambled and chaotic and stuff like that. And then neutral would be like all the opponents, or you, and then you, your partner, and the people you're playing, like the people you're going against in that match, are all kind of balanced, and everything's kind of just flowing, and there's not really a whole lot of like mistakes and stuff like that. Like that's, a lot of times is like dink rallies at the kitchen and stuff like that. And then like defense is like usually like when you're like a good defensive like situation is when your opponents are at the kitchen line and you and your partner are at the baseline, and you're pretty much just lobbing everything back, trying to work your way to the kitchen, and the opponents, the people you're playing against, are hitting a lot of overheads, and usually at the pro level they'll hit shots to keep you at the baseline. Very, very rarely at the professional level are they going to allow you to come to that kitchen line. But amateurs and stuff like that are going to hit like a drop shot or like a block and a shot without pace, and they'll allow the opponents, if they're athletic enough, like really, to be honest, and this is nothing against older people, but that shot only really works on like an older person because they're not going to like kick it into gear to get that ball. So nothing against the elderly, like everybody should be outside and getting exercise and stuff like that. So then that leads me to the point of like court coverage and stuff like that, because I see it a lot of times, and that's where the intelligence and understanding the strategy of pickleball, you and your partner want to move like in unison pretty much. That's the best way to cover the court. Like if one partner moves forward, like you should pretty much be like level um throughout like throughout like the throughout like a rally, or throughout like a match point, pretty much until like the point is ended. Like if I have per se, like this is what like I've seen like several times, like I see like one person up here and then like one person like way back. So in that scenario right there alone, like I have all this room in the court to hit the ball like dead center. And most times like this person who's back here is most likely going to get it, because if this person, and this is how pickleball like relates to chess, because like every move you make in chess is calculated, same as like every shot you hit in pickleball should be calculated. But back to the scenario, if I got one person right here and I'm turning to like try to come back this way, one, I'm probably not going to get to the ball very quickly, and plus I'm going to be in a weird body position. And two, when we're in this scenario right here, this shrinks this person and this hand, because I don't have anything else to use. This shrinks this person's options right here. And so that's why we want to be, that's why we kind of want to be side by side, because each person has the job, or the responsibility, I guess, to cover their side of the court. And that's why they always say down the middle solves the riddle, because most oftentimes, unless you communicate with your partner or understand that whoever has the forehand in the middle most likely is going to have more of like a powerful like return with more pace on the ball. But that's why they say down the middle solves the riddle, because usually both players are going to go for the ball in the middle and will probably high five paddles and stuff most likely. So just remember that no matter like where your partner is, even if it, or another scenario is if I'm this person, the only way I'm really going to throw my opponents off guard is if I poach, which means I steal a ball from my own partner. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but unless I poach, am smart enough to poach the ball, which means I'm going to steal the shot from my partner. Like I just said, I know I'm repeating myself, but that's the only way like this scenario is going to work. So either this partner up here needs to drop back and be level, which means we're on defense, or this partner needs to find a way to hit a shot and then move their feet forward to be balanced. So pickleball's all about balance and intelligence and strategy. It's not just, hit the ball wherever you want to. Like there's strategy, there's intelligence, it's understanding the game, and that's where it's compared to most, that's where the sport actually compares to chess, is that it's like the strategy. There is sport intelligence, shot awareness, and all that stuff is a big factor of pickleball and a key to winning a lot of matches as well.